What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and I need you to stay with me. You need to hear this. I served 24 years in the United States Army, and I can tell you right now that the attack on Venezuela this morning feels really familiar as a combat veteran that served in Iraq and Afghanistan. On my back, I carry the names of brothers who never made it home from war because our government told us that there was weapons of mass destruction that did not actually exist. They sent America's sons and daughters into a war zone so they could topple a dictator that was supposed to have those weapons of mass destruction. This morning, the Trump administration bombed the capital of Venezuela with no congressional approval, violating war powers to give away Venezuelan oil to Exxon under the guise of liberation. And I know what comes next because I've seen it. I've seen what happens when politicians light the fuse and don't have a plan for the chaos that follows because I lived that reality when I led troops into battle in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Trump administration says this is about drugs. Give me a damn break. This is the same president who just pardoned one of the largest drug traffickers in the entire world less than a month ago. And just today, he openly stated, we're going to run Venezuela, occupying a sovereign nation until a new government is in place. The truth is, this attack is about power. It's about oil. It's about a regime change. I know what it's like to look an 18-year-old in the eyes who's afraid to die on a battlefield. Donald Trump and his administration don't care about our sons and daughters that will lace up their boots and head off to war in the name of patriotism and ultimately die because of corruption and greed. They don't know the weight that it carries when you have to pick up a phone and tell a mother that her son is never coming home. I do. My wife Kelly does. Thousands of service members who have draped the flag and carried their brother's casket to its final resting place does. And we will not sit silent. They say this is the end of the escalation. I call bullshit because I've seen this con job before. They beat the war drums. They promise it'll be quick, and then they feed you lies. The next thing you know, you're in a forever war that costs millions of lives for the next 20 years. I don't want another forever war. I don't want more gold star families. I don't want America's sons and daughters dying to satisfy the greed of corrupt politicians and their donors that never pay the price. So here's what I need you to do. Comment "no more forever wars" below in the comments, and then get on the phone and call your Congress members. Demand accountability. Demand an end to the illegal use of military force. Demand that our representatives stand up to the tyrannical war criminals in Washington before we end up in another war that costs thousands of American lives. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.